Robin. I decided we're just gonna finish the therapy book. It's gonna bug me if I don't finish it, so we're just gonna finish it. That's what we're gonna do. What's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Chesney. Irish Girl, Mike Jackson. I'm just gonna start naming off all the people that come through. Tammy. Timmy and Tammy are here. You're making chicken enchiladas. Oh my god, that sounds so good. I had ramen. I felt like a little ramen. Chris out of water. Chris, get back in the water. Randall, welcome. Oh, I forgot to put in the Discord. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Hi, Donna. I forgot to tell the Discord people. I mean, the Hangout Place people. I forgot to tell the people that in the Hangout Place. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, I get to be unlocked of everything tomorrow. I'm gonna try to see after 10 tonight if it lets me unlock. Hey, Savage. Boop, boop. Well, everybody, tell me what you did today while we're waiting for others to join in. Scott, you did nothing? You can't tell me you did nothing. Also, give us a follow. Come hang out. You're really gonna say you did nothing today? Hey, Hoots. You had to have done something. Even if you were just laying there doing nothing, that's still doing something. Laying there and sitting and staring into the void is something. Paula, what have you been up to? See, you woke up. See, you did do something today. You woke up. Don't underestimate yourself. Watched kiddos until noon, then vacuumed and folded clothes and cooked dinner. Nice. I did a little bit of work. I am going to get right back to work after I get off of here. But I did some work, did some content. I don't know, I feel like that's it. I need to get more focused somehow. I don't know. Just got out of the store in the parking lot. I hope you were able to get some fun stuff at the store. Hey, Lena. Where'd Scott go? I'll give you a follow back. Don't end up being weird. Don't end up being weird. Hey, Nee. You did good. Good. Okay, I'm just gonna get started here. I'm just gonna go through this as far as I can get for like an hour. I decided to just finish up the book first because if I don't finish up the book, it's gonna bug me. So I'm gonna make you guys endure the torture with me because we're in this together. Just kidding. Okay. We're gonna get started here. Moonlit. Okay. Module 4. We're on Module 4. We're over halfway done with this book, Thank the Universe. I'm so sick of it, but we gotta finish it. We gotta just power through and finish it. It's gonna bug me. Alright, worries about worries, which is something I'm sure we've all done. Alright, remember our characters. Jill's one of our characters in this never-ending saga of anxiety. Okay, bye, Paula. Yes, you came in perfect timing. Okay, Jill is about to meet two of her best friends for dinner for some long overdue catch-up time. She's been looking forward to this dinner for some time, but just as she arrives at the restaurant, a thought pops into her head about the presentation she has to give at work at the end of the week. I'm not prepared yet, and the presentation is in 2 days. If I really want this presentation to go well, I should be working on this right now. Her anxiety immediately increases, but she remembers her cognitive reappraisal skills. She realizes she's overestimating the probability that she won't have enough time to finish preparing tomorrow, and reminds herself that when she's done these presentations before, they've gone well. This helps some, but the thought that she should be preparing keeps popping back into her head. She remembers that for the last presentation, she was extremely worried about not being prepared, so she went the whole week getting ready, and as a result, Jill wonders if she should be even more worried than she is. She thinks, in the past, my worries helped me prepare for these presentations because they seem to go well when I worry about them. She tries to just push these thoughts away, but they keep coming back, and she finds that rather than enjoying her time with her friends, she keeps getting distracted by her anxiety. This frustrates her and makes her feel like she's not being a good friend. One of her other worries. So she stays until her friends want to go home. Her worry continues to bother her, however, and she heads home feeling disappointed that once again anxiety got in the way of having a good time. Right? This AI thing is weird. Anyways, okay. Section 1, detached awareness. In the previous module, you learned how to challenge the thoughts that drive your anxiety by asking yourself questions about, 1, the actual likelihood of the bad outcome you're worrying about. Last time we talked about catastrophizing. Anxiety always gets in my way from having a good time. It's a tough one. It really is. It's like, how do you just fully get it to go away for a little bit and not just worry about every thing? You know? I feel like even if I force myself to like take time to do something good for myself, all of those things are just like gnawing at the back of my head, you know, just like she's talking about. Like right now, my fucking homework. Okay, 1, the actual likelihood of the bad outcome you are worrying about. 2, your ability to cope with that outcome if it did occur. This is a really powerful tool, but sometimes there are other thoughts or beliefs that can get in the way of effectively challenging your anxious thoughts. Anxiety is wearing a path in my carpet. Are you a pacer? It's okay. I used to pace when I was on the phone. I used to pace. I think I've done videos about pacing. Okay. Beliefs about thoughts. This week we're going to start evaluating your metacognitions, which are your beliefs about your thoughts and worries. Learning to evaluate your metacognitions is similar to the process of cognitive restructuring because it involves examining the way you think. However, rather than focusing on whether the content of your thought is accurate, we're going to focus on your relationship to your worries and whether your beliefs about your worries and thoughts are helpful. For example, earlier we looked at the true odds and realistic outcomes of your worries. How likely is it that you'll actually fail the exam? Even if you did fail, how bad of an outcome would that actually be? What resources would help you cope? Hey, Soraya. Hi, I used to pace a lot. Yeah, I would get on the phone and pace. That would be my pacing time. In this section, we're not going to challenge the content of these worries. Instead, we're going to challenge your beliefs that you should be worried about these things. These beliefs are important because they can cause you to focus all your attention on your anxiety-producing automatic thoughts. Effectively addressing these beliefs can help you move past that anxiety and focus on living the life you want. To make this clear, let's go back to Jill. At dinner, whenever the thought of her work project popped into her head, it sent a surge of anxiety through her body that signaled, watch out, your presentation might go really poorly because you haven't prepared enough. To Jill, that thought felt very important because she was reminded of the time when her anxiety drove her to prepare all week and things ended up going well. As a result, she felt like she should listen to her anxiety. She believed her worry was helpful. It was hard for Jill to dismiss the worry thought, even when she realized that it was not all that realistic. Does filling my pill containers for the week count as therapy? I would say that's more self-care, but we'll count it because there's no rules. We get to do whatever we want. So, yes. I do that. I think that if I stress out, it will help me do better. It will help me, like, I don't know. I feel like being prepared for the worst helps me. And then if the worst doesn't happen, then amazing. That's great. But if it did, because you know sometimes it can be the worst, I'm ready for it. I'm sure that's very unhealthy. I just don't want to get caught off guard, you know? I just don't want to get caught off guard. In this example, Jill had a belief about her anxious thought, or metacognition. She thought that paying attention to her anxious thought was necessary to help her prepare for the perceived danger of possibly doing poorly on her presentation. Metacognitions are important because, just like they did for Jill, they can feed the worry cycle and make it very difficult to put the brakes on. Let's break it down more specifically by considering the following thought of Jill's. Last time I was super worried about the presentation, so I spent the entire week preparing. That's why I did well. Always good to have a backup plan. Yeah. But it can also get in the way of the good intentions that you're putting out into the universe. You know what I mean? I feel like there needs to be a balance, and I struggle with that. I struggle with that balance. Jill is attributing her success to her worry-driven behavior and therefore has developed a belief about the positive value of worry. This is what we call a positive metacognition, which is a belief that worry is helpful or beneficial. You can imagine how such beliefs might make it harder to let go of worry. Jill wouldn't want to completely let her worry go if she thinks it's doing something useful for her. Below are some other examples of positive metacognitions. Identify and check examples that feel true for you. Be sure to write in any ways that you feel anxiety or worry is beneficial for you. Okay. Positive beliefs about worry. 1. Worry helps prepare me for bad outcomes. 2. Worry makes me feel in control. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Those two already. If I'm not worrying about a bad outcome, I'll be blindsided when it happens. That's what I was just saying. My god. Okay. Worry shows that I care. Worrying helps me avoid future problems. Worrying helps me perform better. And worry ensures I won't forget about something important. In Portland? No. Important. My god. In Portland? Let's not be there anymore. Is there any other ones you can think of that you guys want to add? Alright. Worry is my middle name. Yeah. Now you may better understand why it's been so difficult for you to stop worrying. Many people who worry a lot have these sorts of beliefs even without realizing it. Even though worry isn't fun, it can feel helpful in some way, or at the very least, the idea of not worrying about possible bad things happening can feel even scarier than the worry itself. Like the old saying goes, better the devil you know than the one you don't, right? I've never heard of that, but okay. Crochet, thank you for the heart, Mies. Okay, let's take a closer look at this. Although these positive beliefs about worry are understandable, to effectively reduce your anxiety, it's important to see whether such beliefs really add up. To start, let's think about the cost of worry to see how they stack up against the perceived benefits. Below, take a few moments to list all the negative consequences that worry has on your life, on your energy levels, relationships, productivity, etc. You've heard of that? I haven't heard that. Okay, what are some costs of worry for you guys, do you think? Energy levels for sure. That's probably part of why I'm fucking exhausted all the time. What else do you guys think? You've heard it too? Yeah, I hadn't heard it. Energy, weight loss. Yeah, definitely. That can be things too. I'm more of a weight gainer, but either way. Tay, thanks for liking the live. Okay. Now, compare what you just wrote with your positive beliefs about worry. Does worry seem worth it? If not, remind yourself of these costs when you are having a hard time detaching from your worry or feeling resistant to your skills. Oh, sleep too. Oh my God. Drains your energy for sure. Yeah. Affects your sleep. Blue, thank you for the heart me. Okay. Sometimes people find themselves focusing too much on the cost of worry, leading to anxiety about the negative consequences you just identified. Worry about worry. Such beliefs are called negative metacognitions, and understanding them is also an important part of addressing worry. We'll address those in the second section of this module. Attention and anxiety. One of the effects of our beliefs about worry and anxiety is that they shape how we direct our attention. To illustrate this, try this free association exercise in which you let your mind simply wander to wherever it naturally goes. Fly. What a terrible cycle to be in. I know. It sucks. Stop it, Fly. Get out of here. Mind your business. Fly's trying to read the book. Okay. To illustrate this, try this free association exercise in which you let your mind simply wander to wherever it naturally goes in response to a series of words. For each of the words in the box below, say the word out loud, close your eyes, and simply notice where your mind goes for 10 to 15 seconds, and then move on to the next word. Okay. I'm just going to say these names and wait or these words and then wait 5 seconds. But this fly. Jeez. Okay. The first word is worry. The second word is deadline. Then we have planning. Responsibilities. Finances. Avoidance. Health. Family, and projects. And then it says in the space below, write down what you noticed as you did this exercise. If there's any of them you want to speak about, any of that caused you a little extra anxiety, if there's anything you want to note about those. For me, definitely finances. Deadlines. Did you find yourself stuck in an anxious train of thought? Which words were bothersome for you? For example, the word deadline for Jill would likely trigger thoughts about her upcoming presentation and elicit anxiety about being able to get everything done in time. Did your mind jump to things you needed to do or the possibility of something bad happening? If so, this is an example of the way worry directs your attention towards possible danger. These words can be associated with a lot of things, but for people who worry a lot, they're much more likely to lead to thoughts about bad things that could happen. This is because if you believe that worry can be helpful or make you feel temporarily better, your mind is going to be particularly adept at identifying possible danger. My mind jumped to all the things I need to do. Yeah. I feel like that's one of the biggest ones for a lot of us these days, is just the feeling of like being overwhelmed by all the things that we have to do. I saw this video, it was so cute. It was actually of a man being nice. But she was like videoing herself in the morning. I don't know what she was about to do, but she just like started like crying a little bit and being upset, and her husband's like behind her sweeping and stuff, and he's like, it's okay. It's okay to feel the way you're feeling right now. And because, sometimes you get upset, and then that's another added thing, is you're upset about the fact that you got upset, So he was just like validating her feelings, and then was like, out of all the things that you need to get done today, like, what can I help you with? Because she was just like, I'm just overwhelmed by all the things I have to do today, and if I don't get them done, then they're still going to be there and need to get done. And yeah. Yes, I don't have deadlines per se, but just stuff I need to do that stresses me out. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. There doesn't have to be a deadline for it still to be stressful, because at some point it has to get done, even if there's not a specific date, This threat detection is necessary at some level for survival, but the words you read were just words and don't represent any real danger. Believing that worry can be helpful, however, can make it very difficult to direct your attention away from possible threats, even if they're just words. In everyday life, you likely encounter many situations that trigger you to think about your relationships, future, health, and work. If you believe that worry is helpful for avoiding bad outcomes in any of these areas, it's also likely that you behave in a way that's vigilant to all of the possible threats or ways in which things can turn out badly. And when you're always on the lookout for danger, you can usually find something to worry about. This hypervigilance can also drive behavior like preparing for every possible thing that could go wrong, no matter how small the chances, hyper-focusing on negative outcomes, or constantly monitoring your thoughts and feelings, as we saw Jill doing during her dinner with friends. That's nice to have a partner like that. I know. It's so hard to find men that have that mindset, because so many of them are not able to emotionally regulate when they're stressed out about similar things, and usually look to the partner, the femme leaning partner, to fix things for them, to be their support system, which there's nothing wrong to at looking each other to support, but so many times men are in that need to be taken care of spot that the women don't get that very often. Hey, Catsy. I just remember my friend Emma, her ex-husband, well, her boyfriend now too. But if anything's going on with them, if they're sick, if they're stressed about work, if they're stressed about whatever, that's all that matters, is their comfort and their happiness and their whatever. And then if she's sick or stressed out about money or stressed out about whatever, it's she's not wanting to inconvenience them. And that sucks. That sucks. Now, you might have heard people say things to you like, don't worry about it, or, excuse me, just stop worrying. You probably also know that this usually isn't helpful and may even start to get really annoying. And you have a right to be annoyed because paradoxically, the harder you try to suppress or block your worries, the more your worries increase and feel harder to control. To see this for yourself, try the following exercise. Close your eyes and imagine a white bear. Picture it clearly in your imagination. Imagine his fluffy white fur and large black paws. Take a few seconds to think about it and really imagine that fluffy white bear. Thanks for sharing, Robin. After you have a clear image of that white bear in your mind, set a timer for 1 minute. During this time, close your eyes again and think about anything you want except for the white bear. Try your best not to think about the white bear. Okay, we're not going to go for a full minute, but anytime the white bear pops up in your head, make a tally mark on the following space. Ready? Set your timer for 1 minute and imagine anything except a fluffy white bear. Go. I already kind of took time for that, but what happened? You probably thought about the white bear at least a couple of times. Almost everyone does. Even if you didn't think about it, you had to know you weren't thinking about it to be successful, and thus you were thinking about it on some level of your awareness. This is an example of the paradoxical effect of thought suppression. The more you try not to think about something, the more you end up thinking about it. I've actually heard something similar to that. Yeah. This effect tends to be even stronger with worry thoughts. For most people, a white bear is a relatively neutral, unemotional image. But if you're trying not to think about something that makes you anxious, like something from the list of words you read earlier, it's going to be even harder to push those thoughts out of your mind. Ultimately, suppressing your thoughts just doesn't work. This is why it's not helpful when someone tells you, or you tell yourself, just don't worry about it or stop it. Although this advice is well-intentioned, and it may even seem reasonable to try, suppression is not a good strategy. Controlling attention through detached awareness. Hopefully we've convinced you of the perils of that suppression. You may be wondering, what is the alternative? One skill that's particularly effective is called detached awareness. Rather than trying to suppress or control your worries, detached awareness involves simply noticing your thoughts without responding to them. When we worry, we tend to be attached to the meaning and importance of our thoughts, and then can become consumed by them. Worry thoughts, however, are no more important than any other thoughts. They're all still just thoughts. We'll use the detached awareness skill to apply this concept that worries are just thoughts. With detached awareness, your goal is to be a distant observer of your thoughts, simply watching them come and go. You'll try to notice your thoughts as mere thoughts, nothing more, and certainly not urgent or important messages telling you that you need to be preparing for your presentation or other things. Seeing your thoughts as simply thoughts will allow you to get some distance from them. Yeah, I have heard of that before too, in relation to what stop it, fly, to what they were just talking about. I didn't know that that's what it was called. I didn't know I had a name to it. To help create some separation from your thoughts, it can be useful to form an image in your mind of thoughts coming and going. And below are some images that work well. The idea is to imagine placing each thought that pops into your head on some external object that passes through. For example, I don't know if this was part of what I had heard before, but this part. View your thoughts and worries as trains passing through a station. Some trains are comfortable, others are noisy and dirty. Some trains are really noticeable, others are easy to ignore. Some trains come frequently, others less so. Thoughts can be like this too. Rather than jumping on every train that passes through, simply watch the trains come and go and only board the ones that take you where you want to go. Thus, instead of entertaining every single thought and worry, you only attend to the thoughts in line with what you want to focus on at the moment. That felt like a poem almost. View your thoughts as leaves. Oh, here's the second one to imagine, or to put your thoughts into. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. View your thoughts as leaves gently flowing down a stream. Picture yourself as the observer of your thoughts, sitting on the bank of the stream. Picture placing each thought on a leaf, then watch it travel downstream. Then observe the next thought come from upstream and picture placing it on a leaf. That didn't finish a sentence almost. Anyways, the third one is see your thoughts written on the sand and then washed away each time the tide comes in. Observe each thought fade away as the ocean water washes over it. So those are just 3 examples. Can you guys think of any other ones? To practice detached awareness, pick one of the 3 images, or you can create your own if you think of something that's more relatable. The more vividly you are able to imagine the thoughts coming and going, the more effective this will be. The main point is to simply create separation between you and your thoughts so that they don't control how you feel and what you do. This will be easier once you can see worry thoughts as just thoughts. I think that's a pretty good idea for most things. Maybe not every situation, but yeah, I think that's really a good tool. All right, now let's go back to the list of words you read before. Do the same exercise as earlier, reading the word out loud and then closing your eyes. However, this time, as thoughts come into your head, imagine the thoughts as trains, leaves, or writing in the sand. Observe each thought come and go, just as you would a train entering and leaving the station, leaves floating by you on a stream, or writing coming and going in the sand. You can choose to imagine a single word or a full sentence, but take your time with it. Remember, you are not trying to get rid of your thoughts or change them. Instead, you are simply observing your thoughts as mere thoughts. If the same thought comes over and over again, that's okay. Your goal is to accept that it's there and accept to observe it from a distance. In the same way as before, begin by saying each word out loud while closing your eyes. Then pull up your image and notice what thoughts are produced by your mind for 10 to 15 seconds. And then write about what you noticed when doing this exercise, including any that was different from the first time you read these words. So I'll just read the words again, just with a few seconds in between. So, worry, deadline. Deborah, thanks for following. Planning. Responsibilities. Finances. Avoidance. Health. Family. And projects. Like most of the skills in this book, this exercise is difficult and takes practice, so it's okay if you don't understand it at first. If you are like most, you may even wonder whether you were doing it correctly. In fact, go ahead and practice observing those thoughts too. This is a skill that takes time and only improves with practice. With practice, you'll notice an increased ability to move your attention more quickly from the anxious thoughts to other non-anxious thoughts, and your ability to detach from your thoughts will improve. Ultimately, the goal is to use this technique to realize that even though you can't control which thoughts initially pop into your head, you can control and decide how to respond to your thoughts. This AI thing keeps popping up and I think it's hilarious. White bear thought experiment. Discuss anxiety relief is what the AI says. Okay. Worry modulation experiment. Before we finish the section of Module 4, let's return our positive metacognitions for a moment. Let's return to our positive metacognitions for a moment, because beliefs that worry is helpful can also make a skill like detached awareness harder to implement in your day-to-day life. You may feel that despite the cost of worry, it still does do helpful things for you. Take a moment and think about whether you feel this might be true. To help with any doubts you might be having, we'll do an exercise called the worry modulation experiment. We'll compare two experiences. One, what happens when you worry a lot, and what happens when you don't worry. By comparing the two, you can evaluate the utility of your worries. Here is how the worry modulation experiment works. It said a number 1 and then never followed up with another number of anything. That's weird. That threw me off. Sorry. Whoops. Where did my sign go? There it is. Get back down here. Get back down here. Okay. During the next week, pick one day to maximize worry. You are being asked to let yourself fall back into all your old habits. Don't use any of the skills that you have learned so far. Worry as much as you naturally would, and even a little more, but for only one day. The next day, do the opposite and minimize worry. This doesn't mean suppress anxiety and worrisome thoughts. Rather, use all the skills you've been learning to the best of your ability. This means using progressive muscle relaxation, rethinking thoughts, challenging probability overestimation and catastrophizing, and detached awareness skills as much as possible. If some worries become overwhelming, write them down and tell yourself you'll attend to them the next day. But as much as you can, use your skills as the goal of this second day. As the goal of this second day is to minimize worry by fully committing yourself to practice all of your new skills. So what is the point of such an experiment? Well, if worry is as helpful as your positive metacognitions would lead you to believe, maximizing worry should help you be more productive, prevent bad outcomes, and lead to less anxiety. You might feel that letting go of worry, on the other hand, will cause you to neglect your responsibilities and be unproductive. The point of this exercise is to put your beliefs to the test and see whether worry is as beneficial as you once believed. To make this clearer, let's look at how Jill used the worry modulation experiment. As you recall, Jill's worries increased when she remembered she had to give her presentation. Part of the reason she felt compelled to worry was because she felt that it would increase her preparedness. When Jill completed the worry modulation experiment, she was able to directly test whether worry was actually helpful. In the first step, Jill identified what skills she'd use to minimize worry. Worry or control behaviors to stop. I'll let go of excessive planning and rehearsing of my presentation. How and when you're going to use the skills. I'll use detached awareness exercises to create more distance between myself and my worries about how the presentation will go. I'll also practice progressive muscle relaxation instead of continuing to prepare. Jill was concerned about what it would mean to let go of worry. She wrote down some of her feared outcomes. I won't be prepared enough for my presentation. I'll make a lot of mistakes and my boss will be disappointed in me. 2, if I don't worry about the presentation, I'll probably forget to prepare for some of the follow-up work the follow-up questions people ask. I won't have anything to say in response, and people will think I'm incompetent. After specifying her fears about minimizing worry, Jill picked 2 days to do the experiment that were similar in terms of her other responsibilities in order to make a fair comparison of the effects of maximizing and minimizing worry. Jill also tracked her thoughts, feelings, and behaviors on each day, as well as her productivity. By comparing how these things differed across days, Jill could determine what the consequences of worry were. Let's take a look. So she's got it on the chart on the next page. So I'll just go through increasing worry and then minimizing worry. So on the first day, control behaviors, planned itinerary for the day. She scheduled time to practice and rehearse the presentation several times throughout the day. Her thoughts were that no matter how much I practice this, I feel like it isn't perfect enough. Her feelings were anxiety and dread, which made her heart race. When she allowed herself to focus on physical feelings, her anxiety went up more. Productivity skill for the day. Did you complete the task you set out to complete? Use a scale 0 to 8. She said that for productivity, although I practiced the talk, I felt too overwhelmed to do any of my other chores or tasks. End of the day, overall anxiety was a 6. Notes. Worrying makes me feel prepared, but I didn't get as much done as I would have liked. The next day, for minimizing worry, lack of control behaviors makes no plans. She did not rehearse or practice at all, just used her skills instead. Her thoughts were that when she's not worrying about it on purpose, it doesn't seem as overwhelming. Detached awareness helped her get distance from her thoughts. She felt anxious at times about not rehearsing, but at other times was able to enjoy the day. PMR helped not feel as many physical symptoms like racing heart. Productivity score for the day. Did you complete the tasks you set out to complete? Use a scale 0 to 8. Productivity. I didn't practice my talk, but I was able to get lots of other things done, like going shopping and doing my laundry. End of the day overall anxiety. 3. Letting go of worry was hard, but productivity didn't seem to suffer from minimizing worry. So, looking at Jill's experiment, we can see that worry didn't prove to be as beneficial as she thought. Even though worry made her practice more, that didn't help her feel any more confident, and her anxiety ended up being more intense. Her worry-driven behaviors also took time away from getting other things done like laundry and shopping. Even though worry might have felt productive in the moment, it was overall more harmful than helpful. Now it's your turn to test this out for yourself. Try your own worry modulation experiment by picking 2 days in the week that are relatively similar in terms of your responsibilities and tasks. In addition, plan out what you're going to do in order to minimize the worry in the space below. There's also a worksheet which you can use for home practice. Again, if there's anything out of this book you guys want, just let me know and I will send it to you. So the things she focused on were worry or control behaviors to stop, how and when you're going to use your skills, and in addition, make some predictions about what you're afraid might happen by minimizing worry, such as she's worried that she won't get enough done. And then we're going to review these things on the next section. What is the next section? Oh, we're done with the section. So these are just charts and stuff, so I can send those to you guys if anyone wants it. You should expect that minimizing worry might feel strange. After all, you are reversing a habit of worry that you have likely had for years. But remember the elephants in Boston story. Remember how Fred kept banging his head against the wall because he believed that it kept the elephants out of the city? Fred never tested what would happen if he didn't keep banging his head. By conducting this experiment, you were doing what Fred never did. You are just going to test out whether worry really does prevent bad things from happening or increases your productivity as much as you think. Lulu! Okay, section review key points. Metacognitions are beliefs we hold about our thoughts. Worry is often caused and maintained by positive metacognitions, which are beliefs that worry is helpful in some way. For example, worry helps me prepare for possible bad outcomes. That one reminded me of Frederick. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Ew, sorry. Positive metacognitions influence where you direct your attention. Specifically, believing that worry is helpful can cause you to constantly focus on things that could possibly go wrong and have a hard time detaching from those thoughts. Attempting to suppress block thoughts tends to backfire, and the suppressed thoughts arise more frequently and more strongly. Remember the white bear exercise. Detached awareness is an effective alternative to thought suppression. Rather than trying to push away a thought or change it, detached awareness involves simply noticing the thought from a distance and letting it pass. This reduces the control the thought holds on your attention and can help you decide how to respond on your thoughts. Home practice. Detached awareness. Practice detached awareness each day, logging how it went on a form on the next page. You can keep practicing with the list of words you used before, but eventually move to using it in day-to-day situations that trigger anxiety. Also, worry modulation experiment. Pick one day to maximize worry and one day to minimize worry. Plan out how you're going to minimize worry and identify your predictions about the outcome of the 2 days in the space provided earlier in the section. Review how each day went on the form on the next page. Keep using your skills. The more you practice cognitive restructuring and progressive muscle relaxation, the more automatic these skills will become, and the closer you'll get to recovering, the closer you'll get to overcoming your anxiety. Yay! We're gonna stop there. Next week we do worry postponement. Oops. Looks like we have about 4 weeks left in this book. Unless we do longer sessions. It just gets hard for me to read. I mean, not hard for me to read, but like... I don't know, I just don't want to read for that long. Plus, I don't want you guys to get, like, bored. And so I figure just doing like a section each week is good. And then, so with that, we have about 4 weeks left. And then I can say I finished the book. Oh my God. Thank you for going through it with me. I don't think I would have ever gone through this whole book by myself without you guys. So I really appreciate you guys being here and going through it with me. So Anyways, what else? What's good tonight? I want to stay on here for a little bit longer just because I want to be on here in at least an hour or so. I might take us inside in a minute, but first we have to go look at the sunset. Because the sunset is going to be sunsetting. Let me get you guys flipped around. Alright, I love it when the clouds are pink. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Anyways, anybody have questions, comments, concerns about the therapy stuff? All right, I love the pink clouds. Look at these ones over here. Oh my God, those are so pretty. Oh, look at this one right up here. Look at that. It's been gray here all day. We're gonna be getting some cloudy days coming up. I think that's my favorite spot right there. I know, it's so pretty. Look at that. It says rain on Thursday. Yeah, I think that's what it says for me too. There's gonna be a day of rain here and there. But as long as it's not the constant rain of Oregon, I'm happy. All right, well, let's take a gander inside and just hang out for the rest of the time. It's getting chilly out here. I want to get a sweatshirt. Actually, I'm going to sit you guys right here for a couple of minutes and just run in and grab a sweatshirt. And then we can watch the sunset for a little bit longer. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back. Look at that. You're tired of the heat. I'm tired of the hot. Oh my gosh, look at over here. Ah, bug just tried to fly in my mouth. Look at this. Oh, it just got so pink over here. I wish you guys could see it as vibrantly as it looks in real life. It says in the upper 60s to upper 70s, yeah. Tomorrow's supposed to still be in the 80s, but lower 80s. What are some topics that you guys would like to, like, once we're done with the book, what are some topics that y'all would like to go over on therapy nights? Do you guys have anything that you can think of? I almost want to point you guys over here. I feel like it's like, look at that between the trees. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't decide. I keep going back between this spot and the other spot. I wish these trees were not in the way, because look how bright that is over there. Look how pink orange that is through the trees. I wonder if I can... I just don't want to be weird and putting the camera on somebody's house. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, guys. I'm just not going to put the camera towards somebody's house. But I want to see through those trees. I just want to see through those trees. It's so crazy how it just changes from, like, within 10 to 30 seconds, I can look different. Michelle, thanks for following. Now it's just like kind of blah for a minute. Look, all of the pink over here went away, except right there through the trees still. But over here, all the pink went away. I wonder if that's all we're gonna get. Yeah, I think that's it. Even the pretty colors behind the trees went away. That's a bummer. Well, it was pretty for a few minutes. All right, well, let's go sit back down. It was pretty for a few minutes. Hey, will you guys do that thing where you go like that? Let's sit out here for a couple of minutes and see if the pretty comes back. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys have any topics that you want to talk about in therapy night? Everybody's like, nobody wants to do therapy. Hey, Carlos. I have to think on it. Okay. Can't think of anything right now. No worries. And if you can't think of anything, that's totally fine. I'm totally fine coming up with stuff, but I just want to do things that, I just want to talk about things that everybody is interested in, you know? So. I just want it to be beneficial for everybody. And I guess, like, not every week is going to resonate with everybody. So. Angie, what's up? feel snacky again. You know what I'm craving, which is terrible? I'm craving chocolate. I'm craving fluff. I swear it's just like salt and chocolate. And I'm over my period now too. But I still want, it's almost like sometimes the after period cravings are just as bad as the like pre and during period cravings. I'm like, I stopped bleeding like a day and a half ago. Why do I want chocolate now? It's so weird. Our bodies are weird. But it's not helpful. You just got off yours yesterday? Oh my god, you guys, me and Soraya synced up. I still want to eat everything. Yes. And it's so funny. It's so just like, oh my god, the stereotype. Like, I'm not a big chocolate eater until it's around my time. Yours has been gone for a long time. Same here. Really? Well, and it's funny because I did go through a phase where I wanted sweets a lot. I think I acquired a minor sugar addiction, but I kind of weaned myself off of that. It hasn't been like that for a few months. But now I'm back to like that's how I used to be. It would be like every time I had my period, I had to have a steak, and then I had to have a bag of Doritos and a Reese's peanut butter cup and a soda pop. It was like certain period foods. I could go the whole month and not think about a steak, and then all of a sudden I was like, I need a steak one day. The next day I need Doritos and Reese's peanut butter cup. I know, it is so specific. It's fucking weird. I mean, it's probably not weird. It's probably pretty fucking normal. But yeah. So funny. Or some Ben & Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough. And then I would go the whole rest of the month again, not think about ice cream. I think I smeared my eyeliner. Not have a thought in the world about ice cream. And if I did think about it, I'd be like, no. But then I start bleeding, and it's like, it's so funny. I still haven't looked into that leg pain thing. I still need to look into that, about the shooting pains into your feet. Because I think we're onto something, Soraya. I think we might be twinsies. At least our uteruses might be. Mine's just a little older. I was telling Ashton about how you said that you would get the shooting pains in your feet too. And then I think Ashton was talking about it. She was like, it's just because we're old ladies. And I'm like, Soraya is not old. I'm like, she's younger than us. And she was just like, well, I don't know then. She said something. She's like, her uterus is just, and I can't remember what she said, but like the equivalent of being old. I'm like, no. How young do you think I am? I mean, I have no idea, but I don't think that you're my age. I'm 49. I would say you're probably, oh god, I'm so bad at guessing. I'm going to say you're somewhere between 25 and 35. I know that's a big range, but that's where I would put you. 25 to 35. $30? Oh my god! Right in the middle. Perfect. It's hard to tell too because like, I mean, I use filters all the time. You know what I mean? So I don't know who's using a filter and who's not. I mean, sometimes you can tell, but not always. So I was just trying to go off like when I actually started seeing your videos in my FYP. I just started trying to go off of like what your face looked like in general. You know what I mean? I'm like, kind of a range there. So yeah, you still have a young uterus, okay? Deal with it. I don't want, listen, change the topic really quick. I don't want to nobody get excited about this. Don't get excited. One goat. This is a one goat topic, okay? We cannot get excited about this. But we are almost at 300 people through the room. I'm an old lady. Shut up, Lulu. You are not. We are almost at 300 people through the room. We've gotten 3 new followers. Dare I say, elderly is what I say. I know, don't get excited. Don't get excited. We can't get excited. We can't get excited. I think we're still in that waiting period too. We are. I have to go live one more time tomorrow for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go inside because we're losing light. Let's go look at the sunset one more time just in case. Oh, it kind of got pretty again, but nah. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is once it hits 10 o'clock here tonight, because, okay, this is my thinking. When I was in Oregon, the gift gallery would reset at 9 o'clock, right? Or like the gift gallery too on Sundays. But, Sketty, go lay down. We'll go out in a minute. But like, remember the rankings and stuff would always change at 9 o'clock? Sketty, go scoot. We're going to go out in just a couple minutes. Just give me a couple minutes on here, bud, and we'll go out. Hold on. Anyways, so I'm thinking, now that I'm here, yeah, the fragments. So now that I'm here, the time is different. So I think it's 10 o'clock now. So once it hits 10 o'clock tonight, I'm going to come back on live and see if it'll act as if it's tomorrow. And then all I have to do is go live for 30 minutes and then it'll be unlocked. So that's what I'm going to try to do tonight. I'm going to make myself stay up. Hey, Smudgy Bear. Oh, Smudgy Bear, what's wrong? You okay? Hi, baby. You okay, baby bear? So we'll see. Let's see if we can get 16 more views. If you guys can help me out and do the things that supposedly help with getting more views, will you guys do that right now and see if we can break 300? I'm gonna get off of here in 15 minutes. Let's see what we can do in 15 minutes. And I'll show you Smudgy, because she's being really cute right now. Isn't she adorable? I was looking through some old, like, photos and videos and stuff. Because I kind of want to just, oh, I can't say that on here. Anyways, I was just looking for content that I can pull from the archives to use. There's so many cute pictures of Smudgy and Mystery and Nietzsche and Sketty. One of the videos I posted on here, you guys probably saw. But so cute. I love them. Okay, so we're not going to do Lola battles tonight. I'm going to get off of here and get back to work. As you can see, my laptop is sitting here ready for me to get back to it. And then at 10 I'll come back on. I know, give me just a few minutes, Sketty. We're doing something here. And then we'll go out for a walk. I'll give you some food. I know, he's impatient. Not right now. Not right now. Sketty, get up here. I think 2 is a comfortable number. You know what I mean? For being in the situation that I'm in. I mean, I would have never given up Mystery and Nietzsche ever. Like, we made it work. We were a family. We're gonna make it work. But getting more animals at this point, no. I don't want to, for one, I don't want to mess up the dynamic of the system we have. You know what I mean? And I just think 2 is a good number. Yeah. No, totally. I mean, I would love to. I want to have a fucking... One of these days, I'm going to buy land and I'm just going to rescue all the fucking kittens. All of the kittens. Some dogs. But all of the kittens are going to get rescued. And then, Soraya, you can come and spay and neuter them. And I'll somehow turn it into a nonprofit so that I can still pay you to do it. But yeah, that's for another day. I'm there. Yes. Okay, we've got our vet on lock, y'all. But yeah, I would love to do that sometime in the future. That would make me so happy. I think it helps people live longer. You know, doing rescue stuff and fostering, that can be hard on your mental health as well, but you just got to try to have balance, you know. I don't know. Oh my gosh, you guys were so close. 13 away, 13 away. The AI says age guessing game. Guess the host's age. You guys know how old I am. I told you guys. Doesn't work, AI. I already told them how old I am. Also, that's rude to suggest. What if people weren't comfortable with that, AI TikTok? Gosh. I will transport them to their new homes. Yes! You guys, see, we already got it worked out. Oh, Moonlit left. I was going to say something to Moonlit. See, we got it worked out. It's good. Hey, Esmeralda. 12 more, 12 more. 12 more in 8 minutes. Can we make it happen? 12 more in 8 minutes. Can we make it happen? We can do this. Y'all make them come through, and then I will say their names when they come through and see who we can get to click that join button. It's not showing me, it just says Soraya liked the live. I'm like waiting for people to come in. We can do it. What have you guys got going on tomorrow? What's gonna happen tomorrow? Tomorrow my day is gonna be the exact same because I live in a fucking Groundhog Day movie dimension. It's okay. It's all working towards better things. Something happened tonight too. What was it? What was it? What was it? There's my alarm reminding me to drink water. Where did I put my water? We'll grab it when I get off of here. There was something that happened tonight. Tomorrow is a major grocery shopping day. Ugh, I'm so sorry. I hope it goes as smooth as possible. Do grocery pickup. I'm just saying, do pickup. I'm just saying, do the pickup. Tomorrow is nothing, did everything today. Fuck yes. Get it, Paula. Nothing days are the best. Hey, Clarice. Hello, Jaden. We got 10 more. 10 more. We just need 10 more. Hello, Spice. Spice of life, what's up? What's going on? I'm totally doing it. Do it, I'm telling you. It makes life so much easier. All I can think about now is chocolate. I did a really bad job on my eyebrows. Look at, I just smeared that. I was like in a hurry and I was like, I'm just gonna use my new magic pencil, but it's kind of too much. It's kind of too much. It's okay. It's okay. Don't look at my eyebrows. Imagine you're just scrolling through and this is what you see. Does this make you want to hit the join button? I think they're fine, thank you. Eyebrows are so hard. I've always wanted to go get my eyebrows done. Triple V, welcome. What have you been up to, Triple V? Ooh, I need to look into my classes that I need to register for tomorrow. I have a meeting about that too tomorrow. That's what I got to do tomorrow. I have a meeting with getting special, reasonable accommodations for my classes, because the classes that I have left to finish up my second major, none of them are online. So we have to figure out how to make that happen, which should not be a big deal. I've done classes like that before, and they just have somebody go in my place with a laptop, and then I just watch over Zoom as if I'm in the class. So they should be able to figure it out. I just need to talk to them about it. You guys, we just hit 300. Confetti's in the chat. Confetti's in the chat. We just hit 300. We're still going to stay on for 4 more minutes because we might as well get to the hour-and-a-half mark now. Did you get a new generator? No. I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until Olivia and Ange get closer to me and have Olivia look at it. I'm going to see if they can look at the heater too. Jessica! Evening. I don't even want to, that generator has just been such a pain in my ass. And right now I can use electricity when I need it. I had another talk with him today about it. He's fine. And, yeah. I just want to focus on other things, and that generator just takes a little piece of my soul every time I try to figure it out. So it looks like it might be something with the carburetor, and hopefully Olivia, she does know a little bit about that. So I just need to wait until they get closer to me. So it'll happen. Winter's in the dirt patch. Time for magic, being productive. All the good things happen in the desert. Hi, Sarah. All right, we're gonna end this thing with 308 total views, 3 new followers. I think that's pretty good. I think we did really good today. We did therapy. We did good today. Yes, it is. Jessica with the Go Poopulars, thank you. Yeah. Definitely getting ready for winter is good early. Luckily the winters here are not too bad, so. Okay, you guys, we made it to an hour and a half. Jessica, these are so cute. Oh my God, it's doing it again. Celebrate. Jessica, it made me a sticker to put up for you because it says Pothead Potato Jessica just reached fan level 3 in your fan club. It's so funny. Go Jessica. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off of here. I am going to log back in after 10 to see if that will let me unlock it. So if anyone's around, I will see you then. If I don't see you then, I will see you in the morning for coffee rants. And in the meantime, do not get bit by zombies, because if you do, you cannot come back to camp. Don't let the Ice Cube men get you, and the snotsies right in the snoots, okay? All right, thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you for helping me with all that, and I will see you guys in a little bit.